Something strange is happening behind the scenes of Hollywood's sweetest couples, and the cracks are starting to show. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. From the outside, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce look untouchable, two superstars orbiting each other in a whirlwind that feels too big to fail. But when you strip away the stadium lights and the sold-out shows, something about their pace feels unstable. It's the kind of tension you can't always see, but you can sense, like a note held too long in a crowded room. Travis lives in the regimented world of professional football, where every hour is claimed and every move is planned. Taylor breathes in chaos, albums, tours, cameras, stories spun overnight. Together, those worlds collide more than they blend. And lately, the mismatched rhythms are starting to echo louder than the romance itself. Fans whisper that the spark is still there, but so is the strain. And when two careers this massive begin pulling in different directions, the distance grows quickly, even for a couple that seem destined to rewrite the script. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. On the surface, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds still look like Hollywood's golden duo. Effortless charm, picture-perfect smiles, the kind of chemistry people point to as proof that love in the spotlight can survive. But when you watch closely, something in their cadence feels slightly misaligned, as if the polished exterior is hiding a quieter storm underneath. Their schedules pull them in opposite directions, Ryan building empires, Blake juggling acting, directing, and the press circuits that never seem to let her breathe. And whenever the spotlight lingers too long, old rumors and resurfaced headlines start threading themselves back into the narrative, creating tension they never quite address publicly. They move like two people trying to stay in sync while stepping across different stages. To fans, it still looks warm, loving even, but there's a tightness around the edges, the kind that hints at conversations happening far away from cameras. Whatever they're working through, it's clear the pressure isn't coming from just one side. It's coming from all around them. Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith have never been strangers to scrutiny, but lately their story feels less like a Hollywood partnership and more like a puzzle everyone keeps trying to solve. Their dynamic has always carried a kind of intensity, two people determined to navigate a marriage built on honesty, evolution, and a level of transparency that sometimes lands like a shockwave. But each time one of them steps forward with a new revelation, the ground between them seems to shift again. The conversations about their separation, their unique approach to commitment, and the infamous entanglement moment created fractures the public could practically hear. And while they insist their bond is deeper than conventional labels, the emotional weight of living life under a microscope shows in the pauses, the careful phrasing, the strain in their public appearances. They speak about partnership like a battlefield they refuse to abandon, but the effort it takes to maintain that front is starting to show, and it's clear the next chapter of their story is approaching faster than either can control. Ozzy Osbourne and Sharon Osbourne. Ozzy and Sharon Osbourne have weathered storms that would have sunk most couples long ago. But lately, their relationship carries a heaviness that's hard to ignore. Decades of shared chaos, tours, rehab, reality TV, public meltdowns have carved deep lines into their story. And now the pressure feels different, quieter, but just as sharp. Ozzy's health struggles have become a constant backdrop, reshaping their dynamic in ways neither could have predicted. Sharon stands beside him with a fierce loyalty, yet you can sense the exhaustion in the edges of her voice, the kind that comes from years of being both partner and protector. And behind all of that, the lingering weight of past betrayals still casts a long shadow, resurfacing at the worst possible moments. Together, they move like two people bound by history as much as love, still united, still trying, but undeniably strained. Their connection isn't gone, it's just burdened by time, illness, and the scars of a life lived loudly. Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber. Justin and Hailey Bieber have always carried a certain fragility beneath their polished image. Two young stars trying to build a marriage while the world dissects every breath they take. And lately, that fragile balance feels even more delicate. Their public smiles are still there, but the weight behind them is harder to miss. Justin moves through life with a history that never quite stops echoing. Past relationships, health battles, and a spotlight that refuses to dim. Hailey, meanwhile, faces a constant chorus of criticism, comparisons, and relentless speculation that chips away at even the strongest resolve. Together, those pressures swirl into something neither of them can fully control. You can see the strain in the way they navigate interviews, in the careful wording of their posts, in the subtle distance that creeps in when rumors flare up yet again. They love each other, no question, but love in a fishbowl comes with fractures that grow quietly until one day they're impossible to ignore. And right now, the cracks are starting to surface.